Hello, and welcome to the tutorial for student tutors. My name is Ms. Close, and I will be walking you through our plan for the Anderson Virtual Tutoring Center. Our goals for this session: establish our purpose for having a virtual tutoring center with student tutors, review compliance measures and our non-negotiables, look at how to set up a virtual workspace, and to establish best practices for tutoring in a virtual setting. Additionally, please understand that this is a trial period. We are going to learn through this experience and have to make changes together as we go and as we figure out how to best make this work. So, why do we tutor? What is the purpose in having this? Many students need a comfortable space to get work done and to feel accountable. We unfortunately have a record number of failing students this year. This is not a problem that is isolated to Anderson. This is an all-over problem, and there are a variety of reasons, but any supports we can put in place are helpful. Students, well, many, all humans arguably, feel a bit isolated right now, and any connection we can provide is good. Ninth graders and students who are new to Anderson are especially struggling, thinking about our new systems, things like Blend and Zoom and all these things that people might not be very familiar with. We could sort of help guide students in that realm as well. So our first one is probably our biggest one, and this is compliance and non-negotiables, okay? First and foremost, you must sign up ahead of time using the NHS sheet. See your officers and Ms. Volston for more information on that. Students who are not signed up ahead of time will not be allowed into the Zoom. So if I do not see your name on the sign-up sheet and I see you in the waiting room to come in, I will not allow you in, okay? And that is really a safety precaution. Confidentiality is key. Okay, not sharing any information about the students that you work with, talking about them, talking about your time with them, about the other people that you see in this Zoom is really important. And down below, we do have a caveat to confidentiality. Confidentiality is always waived if there's a conversation about any sort of harm taking place. So please note that, and that is a situation where you would need to talk to a teacher or a counselor. And that could be me, that could be Ms. Volston, Ms. Spencer, whoever it is that you feel comfortable going to. No recording or taking pictures. Again, that goes into this confidentiality piece. It is just, not only is it not appropriate, it's not legal. Understand that we're going to be using breakout rooms as tutoring spaces to sort of pair people off and to get people working. These are a space that requires a lot of trust. Please use respectful language, be dressed appropriately, and be aware of your body language, okay? I have been in meetings before where I have to remind myself, Ms. Close, fix your face. And so, you know what? It's always a skill worth practicing. You're going to need to sign out every day using a Google form that I will provide you, or whatever teacher facilitator is in there. Again, it'll most likely be me. You will need to sign out using that Google form so we have a record of you being there that day. So sign up and sign out. And perhaps most importantly, report any irregularities immediately to the facilitator or again, to another teacher adult. And we're going to look at a few more examples of what that might be, but students saying anything strange, anything inappropriate coming up on your screen, their screen, anything, just, again, I'll just use the term irregularity, but we'll get more into that when we talk about Zoom bombing. So, setting the tone and space, okay? Finding a quiet place, I think, is really important. I think that establishes just that you are there for the right reason, that your attention is on students, and that you're ready to go. Please be aware of your background. Keep any distractions out of sight, right? Other people, TV, music, pets, whatever it is. Your phone should be silent and out of sight. It shouldn't be buzzing. You shouldn't be answering it. Students should not see it. If possible, please have your camera turned on, okay? I know that in certain circumstances that will not be possible for you, but please just let me know as you come into the Zoom session if you're not going to be able to have your camera on during tutoring. Introduce yourself to the students you're working with, okay? Tell them a little bit about yourself. I mean, we don't need a novel, but I think saying a few things about who you are, maybe what grade level you're in, I think that can sort of break the ice. And honestly, asking the students about themselves, I think, is also a really important part of that. It might sound silly, but please just be nice and try to build rapport. It's a really vulnerable experience to ask your peers for help, okay? And something perhaps that you might think of as easy might be really challenging for someone else. So please be mindful of the way that you discuss certain topics or the things that you are, helping to tutor on, okay? Be encouraging, stay engaged, and really give these students that you are working with your attention and focus. Okay. Moving on to our best practices. And I'd say that this is the one that we are going to probably revisit the most as we learn alongside each other what the best practices will be. I think one of the most important pieces here is practicing guided inquiry, okay, and asking the right questions. So here are some examples, I will let you read them, of how you can best ask questions, okay? I think that just being one-on-one with a student or in a small group and just saying, what do you need help with, is sometimes it's almost too broad, right? So narrowing down the focus of what subjects, is there an assignment, is it a concept, are they doing quiz corrections? Really trying to be as specific as possible, but also I think being sort of gentle in your questioning is really important. Use the screen share and the whiteboard option in breakout rooms. YouTube instructional videos are great. I suggest you watch them, or you can spend some time with me and I can show you how to do that. Please know that it is okay to say, I don't know. Like if you are asked a question or there's a concept you are unfamiliar with, you can say, hey, I'm really sorry. I don't really know how to help you with that one. Let's make a plan to contact your teacher, like have them pull up the Blend inbox in front of you and write an email to their teacher to set up a time to talk to them or to ask a specific question. It is okay to not know. And I think it's always appropriate maybe when you finish up to maybe ask students to check their team's grades for any missing work and see if there's anything else that you can possibly help them with, right? Ask them how they're doing in each of their classes. Just any sort of, again, support you can provide, I think, is really helpful. SEL, our favorite thing. Those of you who are doing your homeroom lessons, you should be pros at this after the last couple of years. Please practice self-awareness, okay? Consider what you can best help students work on. Be sure to self-manage. Have you finished all of your own work? Are you perhaps in a space where you are not assigned someone? Like if we are in the tutoring Zoom together and you do not have a student to work with at that time, it would be appropriate for you to take out some of your own work and work on that. But otherwise, please make sure you are engaged and able to help during your allotted time. Please self-advocate for anything that you need, and just please try your best to be socially aware. If problems arise, okay, when you are in the breakout rooms, there is a ask for help button. If you don't know how to find that, I will show you, okay? Please use it when you have any questions or if any situation arises that you want help dealing with. This will alert the facilitator, probably me, to join you, okay? And when I see that come up, I will join you right away. The worst case scenario is Zoom bombing, right? We've, I think, all heard of this at this point. There have been very few instances of that on this campus, so it is really not at the forefront of my worries, but again, anything of this nature needs to be reported immediately. Please exit if someone shows up in your breakout room or something shows up, just exit that breakout room immediately. Dealing with parents. I don't know that this is going to happen, but it always feels like a possibility. It is not your job to have a parent meeting or to discuss classes, grades, or anything else. Please, again, you just subtly hit that ask for help button and I'll pop in or another teacher will pop in and deal with that. When in doubt, please let me or another teacher know. Again, if just anything irregular happens. So that was a lot of talking. That was a lot of text. 3 big takeaways, okay? Sign up and sign out, maintain a safe and professional space, and ask for help or report things whenever you need it. Any other questions, please feel free to get in touch with me, Ms. Volston, Ms. Spencer, Ms. Humberson, whoever you're working with, and this presentation will be available for you. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you. Happy tutoring.